Now that my brother Pete was on the road to perfection,
You're late.
he didn't have much time to spend with his friends. After all, playing kick the can seemed dull compared to inspecting underpants.
Let's get started, people. We're burning daylight. Come on.
Working together, Pete figured he and 34 would perfect the world, and nothing could get in the way. But he was wrong.
You're Parking Enforcement Officer Macmillan. PEO Mac, they call you. Size 8. Regular.
You're Inspector 34.
I see you're working.
When am I not? Law enforcement is full-time work. I misjudge one curb to car and the whole criminal justice system collapses.
I too bear a grim responsibility for the public good. Sometimes it's pretty lonely.
Pete had seen that stupid look before. On me. He knew love could turn a normal man into loose, drippy jello.
I thought we were gonna save the world.
We will. I just made one date, that's all. We're two professionals. Meeting. Professional.
Right left sleeve crooked label, fourth button backwards.
Not bad, but not perfect. Let's try it again.
So Pete decided he had to hurry up and finish his training. That way, he could go on and save the world alone. But Pete wasn't the only one working round the clock. My dad spent most nights scarfing chicken in search of the best way to stack bones.
Come on, my little femur. Give me purchase.
While Mom fixed the creak in the door, the stairs, the pepper mill, and even her creek fixing tools. Now she was ready to take on the attic.
I'm going up.
Even Pete's friends made kick the can so efficient, they no longer had to play. Instead, they calculated the probabilities of who would win.
Bye, game.
Yeah.
I'm beat. Let's call it a day.
And finally, the big day arrived. Inspector 34 and PEO Mac were going to have their big date. But first, Pete was about to take his final and most grueling test.
Perfect!
I made it. I'm an inspector.
Well, not quite yet, Pete. There's one more thing. You see, we inspectors hew to a stricter code than do civilians. It's not enough to just pass a test. You have to prove you're ready. A real inspector will know how. Well, I have a date.
Well, what about our mission?
I'll be back.
No, you won't.
If you don't get it right, we'll never make it, Ellen.
I was doing it right. You're just too stubborn to admit it.
Maybe Inspector 34 was right. Best friends are supposed to agree.
Well, maybe we shouldn't be best friends.
Yeah, well, maybe you're right. While my lifelong friendship with Ellen was drifting away, Inspector 34's life with PEO Mac was just beginning.
Everything is perfect. The sky, the grass, the barometric pressure, the turkey and Swiss.
I'm a great cook. And a modest.
Come on, that was a joke.
Yes, funny.
What's the matter? What is it?
You know, Mac, maybe this isn't such a good idea. I mean, I have a very heavy workload. It's not a good time for me to be dating. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Effective inseam could cause chafing.
Inspector 34!
You were right. Love can't interfere. I'm needed. We're needed. We've got a job to do. You passed. You saw something I didn't see. You inspected the situation and you saw that love was in the way. That's the final test. These are for you. You'll have to fill in your name for now until we get you a number.
I made it!
I should have listened to you. I don't need love. I have my work. That's what I love. I came to you to see if there was more to life. Now I know there is. My mission. Our mission. That's all that matters. Any distraction must be eliminated.
But...
No buts, buddy boy. Time to get tough. Today it's underpants. Tomorrow, the world.
Now that he had finally made it, Pete could see what perfection was doing to all of us, including himself. My brother Pete thought he and Inspector 34 were going to save mankind. Now he had a new mission, to save his friends and family from the icy grip of perfection and to rescue Inspector 34 from himself.
You know what you're doing.
He sure did. My brother was wearing the defective underpants from his training, figuring it would attract 34 like a beacon. And sure enough...
You passed these underpants for inspection?
What are you talking about?
Suppose this isn't your tag. I say you've gone soft. You're a disgrace to your number. You're not fit to inspect.
What are you doing?
You told me, before you can become an inspector, you have to prove yourself worthy. I say you don't have the guts.
I taught you everything. Now you challenge me? All right. I submit to inspection. But when I pass, it'll be your turn. And there won't be enough left of you to wipe up with a moisty nap.
Pete planned a series of brutal tests. First, putting an ice tray in the freezer without spilling a drop. Next, squeezing every molecule of toothpaste out of a tube. All through the day, test after grueling test, Inspector 34 was perfect.
That is snug.
It seemed like nothing could stop him.
Well, is that all?
One more test.
Give me what you've got. Then it's your turn. Watch and learn.
The final test? Table manners. With barbecue chicken. One of the messiest foods known to man. Inspector 34 was perfect, and it looked like Pete was meat.
Moisty nap?
Not necessary.
Then suddenly, it hit us like a truckload of underpants.
Moisty naps?
You're supposed to use your hands.
It just tastes better that way.
Barbecues are supposed to be messy. Eating perfectly is imperfect. You fail!
I'm supposed to be perfect. What am I?
Wait!
You've won.
34, we're not like underpants. We're people. We're not supposed to be perfect.
I'm defective. I don't belong here.
Yes, you do.
How about staying for dinner? We'll do a real barbecue.
I'll teach you everything I know.
With each greasy, sloppy bite we took, we moved further away from perfection. And so did Inspector 34, who decided he was going to give imperfection his best shot. Maybe that would mean that now and then a pair of underpants would make it to Wellsville with twisted elastic or crooked seams. But then again, maybe that wouldn't be so bad.
To be with